about this 8th annual Academic Signing Day. Academic signing ceremonies are held at high schools all across the nation near May 1st. They are an opportunity for schools and communities to honor students that are pursuing both higher education and career training. Each of these seniors have not only completed the requirements from Ohio High School diploma, but have chosen to seek higher education in order to gain the skills necessary for stable and meaningful employment.
Thank you, Mr. Boyd. At this time, we'd like to welcome Ms. Geary, and Elementary Principal at the keynote speaker.
Good afternoon. When I was asked to speak at this event, I was honestly a little taken aback and wondered, am I really the best you can get? Then I realized, you scholars, you've heard it all, but you didn't know much about me. In fact, most of you probably have a surface level label for who I am. Mr. Yuri's wife, Dalton, Brenton, Katie's mom, and honestly, just the elementary principal who walks around with a cute dog named Scout. But I am more than that. So who am I as this lady who's about to give this keynote speaker at the most memorable time of your life? I'll tell you, I am the 12%. You heard me, 12%. I'm a statistic. A statistic that I wholeheartedly know many of you can relate to, despite our differences. You see, I grew up in a small town, similar to Anchorage, but out west in Arizona. Instead of Ohio history, I learned survival skills in the desert. Seriously, that was a class we were mandated to take in elementary. I struggled in school. In my class, I was one of 5 that left daily to learn to read. I understood later that this is what we call title, where reading specialists give you the extra support necessary to break through our learning barriers. I didn't exactly enjoy this time away from my teacher and really started to feel like it was impossible. I was never going to be a leader. I wasn't going to be the 12%. I didn't have help at home. I lived with a single father and my brother, and homework honestly was not a priority. My father didn't get home until after 6. He was tired and stressed from the hour-long drive, knowing I had to repeat it all over again in the morning. He was there, but not really. He was overwhelmed. I'm sure there's some caregivers in this room that can relate. You see, what I didn't know was that we were financially struggling as well. This kind of stress, with no one to share the burden, can make you hard, have feelings of defeat, and be uncertain of the future. While my dad never intended for me to take on these emotions, I did. I couldn't ask my dad for help. He didn't have anything to give. He was spent. He wasn't the 12%. I continued through my primary years, learning just enough to be promoted, but I struggled on. By 5th grade, I met a woman that changed my life, Mrs. Sterling. She refused to let me just move on. She fought daily, fiercely, to break through my learning disability. She planted a seed of hope. She was determined that I could be the 12%. We all have these people in our lives. The person who pulls you out of your despair and lets you see that it will get better. It can be better. Mrs. Sterling was my person. While the year in her classroom was not easy, I learned. I found a passion for learning that I had never had before. I could read. I took my newfound love for reading and by high school managed to meet milestones I never thought possible. I was accepted to Marietta College. However, my circumstances hadn't really changed. I had moved across the country to live with my mother in Ohio, but I didn't have the money to afford a private education. My parents didn't have the money. I just wasn't in the cards for me. I was deflated, and all that hope was evaporating in Mrs. Smith's tiny office. As I was prepared to just lay all my fears on her desk and leave her room, she handed me a stack of papers. Scholarships. Another seed of hope was planted. I could be the 12%. College wasn't easy. There were times I felt out of place, not prepared as my peers, and quite frankly, overwhelmed. I had to work 2 jobs, one on campus in a small restaurant called Izzy's, as well as a fast food chain many of you know as Hardee's. This left little time to socialize, and more importantly, less time to study. I had to maintain my GPA and complete additional scholarship applications just to afford school. As I say this now, I'm realizing it sounds like complaining, but truly, I wouldn't be the person I am today if I didn't put in the work, despite the voice in the back of my head begging me to give up. For this reason, I'm a first-generation college graduate. I obtained my degree with an unimaginable amount of pride. I made it. I am the 12%. You're probably thinking, what is this 12% that I keep referencing? The 12% is the likelihood I had to stand before you today and share my story. Most people with adverse childhood experiences and a learning disability wouldn't graduate from university and wouldn't be delivering a speech. I'm here to say statistics are just numbers. While I proudly stand here today as the 12%, I believe we can shatter this number, raise it with every passing year. There is always hope. Today, I hope to plant the seed in all of you signing your commitments, as well as those who will commit in the future, that you are capable, you are worthy, and you are going to make a difference. Congratulations.
Please welcome Mrs. Salvini, College and Career Readiness Facilitator. She will be recognizing each senior in the college, trade school, training program for British Armed Forces Navy and Training School. She will also announce merit-based scholarships each student has received from the secondary institution.
Thank you, Grace. I always ask this to the seniors, if anybody wants to take the ACT one more time. No! So I thought. Okay, so I'm going to call your name. We're going to make this real simple. It's going to be alphabetic by college and alphabetical with your name within one. So please kind of make sure you have your certificate when you sit down, and we'll announce your scholarships also. Cedarville University winning the Presidential Impact Scholar and Bold Leader Award for $15,000 a year for $60,000 before Alexander Campbell. Mesquite University Academic Horizon Choose Ohio for STEM and Scholar Day Award. $24,000 a year for $96,000 for Katie Grandstaff. Senior University, academic $18,000 a year, $72,000 for Gavin Kingery. Ohio Christian University Academic and Neighbor Award, $7,000 a year, $28,000 for Rayleigh Network. Ohio Northern University Dean Scholarship, $22,000 a year, $88,000 for Tyson McAwee. And the Ohio University Ohio University, Freshman Excellence, Promise, and today another scholarship with Forward. She's getting a lot of money. Okay, Forward, $6,000 a year for 1 year, and then that's going to be an additional $20,000 for and parks. Ohio University, Sasha Kosoga. Ohio University Chillicothe, Ohio Regional, and Ohio Advantage, $1,500 a year, $6,000 for Carson Boggs. Ohio University Chillicothe, Kate and Father, scholarship to be determined. Ohio University Chillicothe, Ohio Regional, Ohio Advantage, $1,500 a year, $6,000 for Lily Parks. Ohio University Chillicothe, Ohio Regional, and Ohio Advantage, $1,500 a year, $6,000 for Ryan Shelton. Shawnee State, free tuition. Go Far Scholarship, nearly $12,000 a year for $48,000 for Ford, Matthew Boyd. Wittenberg University, Honors Scholarship, $17,000 a year, $68,000 for 4 years, Peyton Bell. Wittenberg University, Presidential Scholar and Salutatorian Scholarship, $31,000 a year for a total of $124,000 for 4 years, Don Chambers. And Bryce and Dillon, Pickaway Ross and Education, Power Lineman. I would like to introduce a 2018 graduate of Green Valley for our alumni speaker this year, Sebastian Johnson. Sebastian was a student who worked so hard at ACT, sometimes he would get mad because he wasn't getting the score that he wanted. His success story is that when he was in school, he was unaccompanied at the time he was in 8th grade. Don't you know what that means? When financially unaccompanied is a designation that means you've not been with either parent in a certain amount of time. He had not been with either parent. He had been with aunts and uncles, grandparents, nephews, older sister, and other family and friends throughout the last 5 years of middle school and high school. And he's a true success story. He is presently an OU grad, presently in his graduating in the second year of law school at the University of Cincinnati. So please welcome Sebastian Johnson and the Vice President.
Thank you, Mrs. Salmoni, and all of you for listening to me today. Just a little recap. My name is Sebastian Johnson. I'm a 2018 grad from Maine High School and the 2022 grad from Ohio University, where I majored in philosophy. Currently, I'm a second-year law student at Cincinnati College of Law, where I focus on commercial litigation. So I chose to attend Ohio University in part because it was a relatively small community. Coming from a small high school like Green Valley, I knew that I felt most comfortable and was best able to succeed in an environment in which knowing your professors is involved. And I didn't know if I could get that from a bigger school. And it was really meaningful for me to be able to connect with professors on an individual level. And because I knew I wanted to attend law school, which of course adds 3 years onto my time as a student, obtaining my bachelor's degree without acquiring an outrageous debt was important. Ohio University was the perfect fit for both of those things. The transition to college was going to be difficult. Gone are the days of falling behind coursework without no consequence, skipping class and not being fully attentive in class, or just procrastinating. I was fortunate enough to treat college as a full-time job, and if you're fortunate enough to do the same, I highly recommend you do it. And even if you're not, find a routine
allows you to prioritize your schoolwork. I firmly disbelieve that success in college is a mere product of natural intelligence, where you come from, or your inherent skills. I am a student who statistically was unlikely to succeed in college. As Mrs. Solomon mentioned, I was unaccompanied, I didn't know my parents, I didn't have a great backing when I went to college. But I knew that it was what I wanted to do, I knew that I could succeed, it was all up to me, I just did the work. I hope that all of you will as well. You're not really confined to who you were in high school. College is an opportunity to reinvent and reimagine who you are and what your future will hold. Unlike high school, in college, you are in control of your future. That is, of course, a huge responsibility, but every one of you are capable of success, and I encourage you to find what you like and just get as good as you can at it, and you will surely be rewarded. In fact, college can and should be enjoyable. Depending on your chosen career path, the major may be more necessary than it is enjoyable. However, if it's possible, choose a major that is enjoyable to you. That will make attending every class, which is certainly important, much easier. If, for whatever reason, you cannot choose an enjoyable major, do not waste your college experience. It is an incredible time to network, discover new hobbies and interests, and explore. Although your coursework should still come first. And I'm sure you've been told a million times that networking is the most important thing. And I know that doesn't sound important, but truly, it really is. I would not have gotten to where I am today without an incredible network. So finally, I just want to give you a couple tips that I think are important for college success. Again, I want to emphasize that your college experience is going to be entirely unique to you, and I think that these apply across the board. The first is just to be engaged, and that means attending every class, striving to be as prepared as possible, and engaging in every single class. And also go to office hours. Every teacher, or at least most teachers, professors, I guess as you call them, remember that, they love to teach, that's why they're there. So they want you to come to office hours. You not only learn material better when you're in office hours, but you build relationships. And those relationships with professors are going to be hugely impactful on your success. Second, I encourage you to find your routine. This will certainly vary amongst you, but you should find time to devote to school. It's not purely a social exercise. College is important, and grades matter. And this is the start of a career. You should treat it as a job. Career starts today. Treat it as a 9 to 5. Third, and related to that last point, surround yourself with people who are equally dedicated and you strive for a similar future. This does not mean that these friends must share your arrangement, but you will undoubtedly find people in college who are there solely for the social aspect. Those people may be fine to hang out with for the weekend. They should find a group that you can lock in with who are dedicated to being as good as possible as they can in their craft. These people will lift you up and they may even become lifelong friends. Fourth, and finally, don't be afraid of change. If you ask anyone from my graduating class what I'm like, I'm going to describe something that's very different than the person standing in front of you. But college is a chance to change and redefine yourself, find who you really want to be. High school is certainly important, but you have the rest of your lives to look ahead to. So in sum, I hope that you all believe in your ability to create the future that you have planned for yourself. No matter where you come from, whether you're a third-generation college student or a first-generation college student, as I am, you can succeed in college. So thank you for inviting me back to speak today, and I wish you all the best.
Okay, a little quick math here before Grace takes over. With the addition of Anna's extra scholarship, you guys did break $500,000 in college scholarships, obtained $627,000. Once again, $627,000.
wish you continued success. Now, Mr. Holder, our high school principal, will be leading each participating senior in the academic signing pledge. Mrs. Newland, from the Office of Student Services, has provided each senior a numbered metallic academic signing day pin in which to sign the pledge.
Congratulations on all your hard work and decisions here on education and others. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Plan to attend State University. I will represent my family, Green Valley High School, this community, and myself with dignity and honor at all times. I will carefully consider the impact of my decisions, not only on myself, but on my community. I pledge to be committed to academic excellence throughout my collegiate career and throughout my life. I understand this education is a privilege and a responsibility, and pledge to regard it as such. Seniors, you may sign your pledge. Students, as you don the colors of your new educational institutions, reds, blues, greens, always remember you will be black and gold.